Hello Reds, welcome along to All for United.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another post-match show here on All for United. I'm your host, Temi, a.k.a. Temi Talks United. I'm so glad to be back. It's been a minute, you know what I'm saying? Glad to be back with some great Reds talking about Manchester United Football Club. 3-1 win against Aston Villa. God damn, we did it again. We came back in the second half. Unbelievable performance. Unbelievable second half, I should say. We got there in the end. Points secured. Top four is looking nailed on. Second place is looking almost nailed on at this point. Damn, well, I mean, what more can you really say? It's an interesting thing. We're going to talk about our challenges to kind of make it easy. I don't know. We struggle to make it easy, man, and it's a confusing thing to me. But at the end of the day, 3 great goals, exciting game, exciting second half. It's been worse. It's been way worse before. We've seen those boring 0-0s. We've seen those 1-0s against West Brom, So we got to take this one. We got a big week ahead. You know what I'm saying? 3 more games this week or something like that. Something crazy. So, it's a lot to look forward to. 62 people watching. Everyone make sure to go to youtube.com/all4united. Hit the like button for me. I have Andrew Wall with me. I have Ben with me. I have Jeff with me. We're going to get right into it. I'm going to start with Andrew, bro. Let's just tackle this right away, man. First half, we do it again. We come back kids. I think is this our 10th game coming back from 1-0 down or something?
I believe so.
Coming down time.
So yeah, something I believe crazy. So. Yeah. So typical from United. Second half, it's what we do. I mean, the first 10 minutes in the first half was really good. The intensity was high, was on the front foot. I mean, Pogba and Shaw were working well down the left side, and we had a couple of decent chances. And then the intensity just seemed to drop, and then we let Villa back in and was defending set pieces. And then one, defensive mistake, and we just got punished for it. I mean, McTominay and Fred, I think they should have closed that ball down so it didn't even get near the box. But then Lindelof, he should have just cleared the ball away. I mean, sometimes I don't mind when opponents score good goals against us, but it's just silly mistakes that just lead to these goals. And I'm like, we've done it all season. We just need to cut this out, and hopefully, next season, I think, the priority in the transfer end is like a defensive midfielder. Want somebody who can just sit there and just enforce. I mean, McTominay and Fred, they just seem to want to play in the same positions together. And I mean, one just needs to sit back, and the other can just go forward. Like in the second half, McTominay did. I mean, second half, it was just, superb from United. I mean, the pass from Wan-Bissaka for Pogba, who then was like twisting and turning, and every time I just thought when Pogba was turning back toward, I thought he knows what he's doing. He's waiting for the foul, and he's just going to draw the penalty. And a super cool penalty from Bruno. You just knew he was just going to slide it home. And then, I mean, Mason Greenwood, just dynamite, our star boy.
Let's break this down, because you did a good job of breaking the goals down, Andrew, and kind of the totality of the game. I'm gonna go to Ben on this. It's an interesting thing. I want to talk we'll get all the negative stuff out of the way first, and then we'll talk about the fun stuff. The first goal I thought was a calamity of errors. I think Victor got the most abuse on Twitter. It looked like from the fan base, because it was weak. It was very weak. But Mason lost the ball kind of cheaply. Okay, cool. Then Fred and McTominay, whatever the hell they were doing with each other right there, I'm at a loss for words right there. That's another that moment right there was a sign for me of like, okay, this is why we need better central midfield players, like both of them. Not just one or the other. It's like a both of them thing. Talk to me about the goal, Benny. What did you think about it, and how do you think we did? Post it and bouncing back.
I agree with what Andrew said, to be fair. I think Fred and McTominay seem to want to do the same job. There's no discipline with either of them. There's not one saying, right, you do this and I do that. You know, it just seemed to be a lack of communication between the two. It's like, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know, but for me, I'm more disappointed in Victor Lindelof, to be honest with you. I think an experienced international centre half, he should be clearing that ball all day long. Should recognise the danger on his toes. But it's typical Victor Lindelof, to be fair. He's always caught napping. You know, he's caught out far too easily sometimes. You know, he's caught on the back foot. I think that's the word I was looking for. He's always caught on the back foot. Instead of being on the front foot, he's on the back foot, you know. I'm a little bit disappointed in him for the goal, really, to be honest with you. You know, Freddie McTominay, you could excuse it, mate, because, you know, together as a partnership, they sometimes they do work, but sometimes they don't work. You know, some aspects it works as a partnership, and other aspects, especially when it comes to, defensively, that the partnership doesn't really work for me. You know, I know Ollie loves the double pivot with both of them. You know, but as Andrew said, I think we need a defensive midfield player just to take that sort of defensive, take one of them out of the team and take that defensive sort of mind off those players, of either whoever starts alongside, because I just let them go and play their passing game, you know, let them go and play a bit further up, because defensively I don't think either of them are particularly in tune with the defensive side of the game. So I just think, you know, I'm just more disappointed in Victor though. I think Victor should have been switched on, knowing that, you know, what Freddie McTominay can be like at times in a defensive situation. I just think there need to be, I think Victor Lindelof at that point caught a little bit napping on the back foot instead of being on his toes and ready to deal with any potential danger coming his way.
That's fair. I'll take that. I'll take that. You explained it very well. You broke it down very well. And you're right. I think Victor had a poor game. Everyone knows how I feel about Victor. That's my guy. I defend him all the time on social media, you know what I'm saying? But no, he had a poor game, and that was the big moment, you know, in the first half, if we're being honest here. Jeff, what do you think about it? And then we'll go to the goals and the game overall. What did you think about that first goal for Aston Villa? First of all, they didn't really play that well in the first half, in my opinion. I didn't think Aston Villa were exciting at any point. I mean, Traore looked a little bright moments here and there, but other than that, I mean, that goal was just a kind of a shock. Again, it kind of caught us off guard.
Yeah, I mean, we've been careless once again with the simple short passes and trying to build up from the front, and then suddenly we lose the ball again. And then that's a perfect example. Like, we win the ball back, Fred passed back to McTominay, and then for some reason we lose it again. And then, as mentioned by both Andrew and Ben, he should have cleared it, definitely. It was definitely a great strike, though, to be fair to Traore. But then again, it shouldn't have gone to that point that he had that time and space to make that shot. And you can see in the difference in terms of when Bailly came in. He was just all over the place. He just cleared whatever came into his path, basically. And that's what Victor should be doing as well. I mean, he's great on the ball. He passes well. But he should be the one clearing, because that's his main job. He's a central center back. So just clear whatever you can and just don't try to control it all the time, because sometimes you just need to hoof it up and then you're good, right? So
yeah, no, it's fair. All fair points. I don't want to belabor this point. I think yes, it was definitely a frustrating goal, but then I think we responded really well. It wasn't even a response to me. It was more so we just kept on playing the way we were playing. You know, that goal to me was the outlier. It wasn't against the run of play or anything like that. Or, you know, so yeah, the goal was frustrating, but then we moved big goals from Bruno. Obviously the penalty, Paul Pogba, excellent. In my opinion, this game just kept it very neat for most of the game. Won that penalty. I don't know what Douglas Luiz was thinking is beyond me. But we won the penalty. Bruno scores it. Who was next? Mason. Yeah, thank you. Mason, beautiful shot. And then, you know, Mr. Cavani coming on. I'll go to Andrew. Before we get to the goals, what did you think of the football today? You know, we talk about that a lot. A lot of fans, I'll say the one critique I have of Ollie is I think the football isn't as sexy as it could be more often, for lack of a better term. But again, I think today, in my opinion, I thought we played really good. I thought I was entertained. You know, I had a long night last night. I'm hungover. You know what I'm saying? But he kept me awake. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to drink this water. But what do you think, Andrew?
I say with Ollie, it's a work in progress. We can see the progress in the team. Okay, we can't, I say, play sexy football all the time. Sometimes we have to like sit back and just absorb and then just go again. So, I mean, I say the goals were all there, fantastic in the second half. I mean, like I give credit to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the 2 passes he played into both Pogba and Greenwood. I mean, it just shows how far he's come along this season. He's really improved along with Luke Shaw this season, and like with Mason Greenwood as well. You forget he's only 19 years old, and he's like the was it 16 goals in United's history for a teenager. So, and I just think he could potentially, and I'm saying the word potentially, he could go on to be the all-time goal scorer for us. But it's whether he stays injury-free and he gets that run of form and plays for us for many years. So I just can't wait to get back to Old Trafford and see how he makes it.
I'm going to say, Andrew, to that point, it's like, and what's scary about Mason to me is I feel like he's so raw. Like the things we're seeing is just like the natural aspect of him, like his finishing ability, right? One of the best finishers, but like his overall game has so much, like there's so much work to do there. You know what I'm saying? He's going to fill out. He's going to get physically stronger. That's one. You know, right now he doesn't hold the ball up that well, right? Imagine when that comes to his game. You know, when he gets the decision-making a little bit better, like he could be a frightening player.
And also adding to it part of his game, the heading part of his game, which I think with Cavani being there, I mean, Cavani's goal.
Movement.
Like I say,
exactly. All of that.
Strikes, Mason, the final bit, he's gonna go far for United and England.
Yeah, Benny, what do you think about the goals today? I'll just ask, you know, which one stood out to you the most? You know, we could say obviously for Bruno's penalty, you could say, okay, Pogba's influence in that, or you know, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, like Andrew mentioned, you know, putting in some nice passes, the finishes. You know, what stood out to you the most for those goals?
I think it has to be Mason Greenwood, mate. You know, just that it's almost like a Robin van Persie-esque body shape that he throws as he shoots. You know, very very similar the way that body shape as he goes to shoot. You know, I just think you know he knows what he's doing. Mason, I've always said he's the most natural finisher we've got in the squad, barring Cavani. Because Cavani, by the way, for his goal, the movement again. Just watch Cavani's movement. For his goal, man. It was unreal movement. I just want to just go back a touch as well. We were on about why, you know, you're on about style of play and everything, but it's no freak that we are comeback kings in the Premier League. We've been doing it for years and years and years under Sir Alex Ferguson. And under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's brought that back as well. He's brought back that never say die attitude. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, we might be struggling at times for a style or a rhythm or a pattern of play, but the one thing you get with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is never say die attitude. You know, we might. I said on previous shows, I can't understand why we can't start the games like this. Why in the first half we seem to be a bit patchy and a bit, you know, a bit hesitant in a way. But second half, mate, we have. I don't know what he says at half time or what they put in their halftime oranges or whatever, mate. But second half, we see it come out with a totally different beast, you know. Yeah. But mate, Mason Greenwood's goal, mate, is unreal, and Cavani's movement for his goal as well, and the ball in. Oh my God, Cavani will feed off that all day long. Yeah. You know, just imagine if we get a proper right-sided midfield player, a proper winger to whip them balls in for Cavani next season. Yeah. If Cavani should stay, you know, which I hope he will. Oh mate, he'll be banging in the goals of fun next season.
No, that's a great point. And the movement, you're so right. Like literally, as soon as Rashi gets the ball, Cavani makes that run, literally beats 3 Aston Villa men. He is a wonder. And he's 34. Imagine if we had gotten him, let's just say 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It would have been a scary, scary thing. I mean, I think over the past decade, Cavani is third on the goal scoring list for all players in world football. Think about that. And yes, he's played in PSG he played in France. He played in Italy, for Napoli, scoring tons of goals in that league. So he's a certified gunman. You know what I'm saying? Certified. Like you can't argue with this. So I'm really glad that he's, it looks like he hopefully can stay next season. Then we'll have Martial back. We'll have Cavani there. Greenwood, will still come on as a number 9. You know what I'm saying? So that number 9 position is looking pretty. If we can keep Cavani, we're in a good spot. Let's get in the comments. Do you think we'll see an Eric and Axel partnership? Probably not. We can talk about that later. Let's see. I wanted to bring this one back. Our football is great. We play out from the back. Our fullbacks bomb on. We score goals. Look at the boring Chelsea. That's crap attack-wise. Interesting. Story of his season. Not a great performance-wise, but Rashford always gets a goal assist. Interesting. 31. My guy Mark says 31 points from losing position. If that's not never say die, man, I don't know what is, man. It's a double-edged sword, though. I'm gonna go to Jeff on this. It's a double-edged sword. It's nice to get 31 points from losing positions, but do you really want to have 31 points from losing positions, or do you just want to have 31 points that you got to you are up 2-0? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? It's a double-edged sword for me.
I mean, it's good mentality-wise. Earlier in the season, during Ben's podcast, we don't have that losing mentality anymore. But then again, we didn't have that winning mentality yet because we had too many draws at that point. But now, as you can see, we have 31 points from losing position. So it's good. As you said, it's a double-edged sword. It's good and bad. Good because, it's like, as Ben said, it's the United of old. We do crap initially, we go down, and then we just come back and win. But then again, with the quality of the Premier League and with the way how far off City is, we can't really afford to do that all the time or most of the time. We got burned with Sheffield, if I'm not mistaken, and then the draws like Everton. That draw was terrible. We were up 2-1 and then just lost it. So preferably we don't win from we don't have to go through that winning from losing position. As you said, just 31 points straightforward, straight up. So, but it's good mentality wise. It builds up their character, I guess, and hopefully it translates when it comes to to the finals, especially with the Europa League coming up.
That's a great point. I mean, this never say die to that. I completely agree with Benny. I completely agree with you, Jeff. That's one thing that it's like I said, it's a double-edged sword. But that one thing that it tells me that these players are playing for him. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you say about, I can critique him about tactics. You can critique him about all of these players are playing for this manager. It's undeniable. I feel like you could be Ollie out, right? And that's it's just you can't disagree. You can't disagree with it because the proof is in the pudding. We somehow come back from these weird positions.
After the break, I guess he just says something and then boom, something turns on.
Yeah. Right before I got on the stream, I was listening to Luke Shaw. He was getting interviewed post match, and he was they asked him the obvious questions like, "What did Ollie say to you? What did he say to you at halftime?" And he was like, honestly, he kind of just says the same thing we say as keep calm, keep composed, stay I can't imagine Ollie's much of a rah guy in the, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's throwing things and getting them fearing their way back into I think he's just keeping cool, and it kind of resonates with the players, that it's all good, just keep doing what you're doing, and we're gonna get there in the end. So interesting. I would have been hurt if we let City win this title off this loss, though. I would have that would not have been the way for City to win a title. That us losing, that would have not been. So big shout out to the boys today for postponing that tragedy a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Let's get in the comments. The proof is in the pudding. At some point, all the Otters need to hold their hands up and take the L. Fair enough. Like I said, results. This is a results-oriented business. It's a results-oriented business. Yes, we do want to be. I believe we need to get back to a place where we're playing that entertaining type of football like every single week. But if we get second place and we win the Europa League, it's just what can you really say? I'm going to go to Andrew about that. We're trending really good right now. We've had so many ups and downs this season. We've been in a place where we were top of the league, then we kind of crash and burn from that. We lose some very questionable games. The fan base is clamoring. Fast forward 3 months to where we are now. We dominate Roma in over 2 legs. We're in second place. Kind of feels comfortably. It kind of feels comfortable. We have games in hand. How do you summarize what this season has been so far, man?
Well, if we do secure second and win the Europa League, then it would be capped as a good season. I mean, it would be a season of progress again. I mean, every test that Ollie's had thrown at him, he's come through it. I mean, I just think back to the start of the season when we couldn't even win a game in the first 4 or 5 games, and then I think was it towards the end of October, November, there was the talk, if Ollie doesn't win the game against Everton, then he's going to get the sack. And obviously Ollie said, well, I've been set up to fail here, but he just came through that test. And then obviously we had the disappointment of the Champions League, but we regrouped. We just focused on the league, and we was in the position of being in first, and obviously just didn't able to maintain it. And then obviously the Europa League coming along, and then we just thought, well, that's our best route for the trophy after going out of the FA Cup and the League Cup. But I mean, I'd say it would cap a good season for Ollie, and I just hope in the summer he gets backed with these 2 or 3 good players that can just add that extra level to United, and we can mount the title challenge next season. Because I think we're not that too far away from City, and I think we can give them a challenge next season.
Yeah, no, and this is back to putting the onus on this board, this ownership. Like if you look at it from big picture, yes, we're, I don't know, what is it, 13 points behind City, 10 points, something around that, 10 to 12, 13 points 10, behind. Yeah. We don't feel like when we play Man City now, does it feel like they're we can't win that game? No. Like it's not as drastic as, I think the gap isn't as drastic as we think. I think the challenge is we know they're going to improve. We know they're going to buy players, right? Do we buy players at the level that City buy players to, sustain the level of consistency we want, year in, year out, right? They're going to buy players. And then for us as United fans, we're questioning, like, are we going to buy players this summer? Are we going to buy the players we want this summer? Is there going to be, a signing that maybe we didn't expect that, lights it up? Like we always ask these questions, as Manchester United fans. And it's tough to win a league title when you're asking those questions and you're not kind of just rubber stamping it. Chelsea's gonna buy players for sure. They're probably gonna get a striker. That's a scary thing. That puts them right back in that, the City contending for a title conversation. So it's gonna be an interesting summer. Let's talk about a couple of things, that happened during the game. Harry Maguire got injured. That's like literally the most shocking thing I've seen all season. He has been the most durable Manchester United player I can remember in God knows. I cannot remember a more durable Manchester United player. Everyone knows I've been hard on him over the first couple of years. But he's really, I'm going to be honest, like I haven't been on for a while. He's grown on me a lot. Like he's as a leader, I think he's improved as a leader. I think that he's improved as a footballer here. Like he's kind of growing into the, like we kind of threw the captaincy role on him. I didn't agree with it at the time, but he's kind of growing into it over time. You know what I'm saying? That's how it feels to me. So I don't know what's happening with him. I don't know how it looked. He didn't look comfortable. I'll say, yes, it was a precaution maybe, but I'm a little worried. We'll see what happens tomorrow when they say, but I'm assuming he's going to be out for less than now. Benny, what are your thoughts on the skipper getting injured?
I hope it's not too serious, first and foremost, because he's literally our best centre half. I know people. He sort of splits opinion a little bit. You know, I know some people are dead against him. He's too slow. He's not good enough. He shouldn't be captain. Blah blah blah. But listen, mate. Especially over the last probably since Christmas, you know, he's really grown into that role. He's really become more commanding of himself. Now, whether this has got something to do with Dean Henderson coming to the team as well, and settling that back four down a little bit, and just taking a little bit of pressure off Harry Maguire, because I do feel Harry Maguire has had to try and dictate at times over the last couple of years, trying to keep Marshall's back line, trying to marshal the goalkeeper, trying to keep everybody in position, trying to get people around him to step up levels, you know. And I think Dean Henderson's actually took that pressure off him a little bit. And since Dean Henderson's come in, David De Gea's form's also zoomed straight back up again, you know. So I think it's a collective thing, I think, between that triangle of players, De Gea, Dean Henderson and Harry Maguire, it's really become what I expect of a Manchester United centre half communication between the goalkeepers and the partnership between the goalkeeper and your main number one centre half, which is Harry Maguire. You know, and it's a big loss, mate, if he's out for a length of time. I'm hoping it's not. I hope it's just an impact injury. He possibly will be probably out for Leicester. Let's just rest him up. And at the very, very least, if it is a little bit of a sore knock, just rest him all the way to the Europa League final. Get him back for the Europa League final. Yeah. Because he's going to be massively important in that game. You know, you don't want to be missing your captain, your talisman at the back there. You know, I think he's. I agree with you, Temi. I think he's grown into it though. Possibly since after Christmas, I'd say he's probably coming to his own.
I agree 100% with that. 100% with that. Definitely, you hit the nail on the head. Post Christmas, I think that he has kind of grown into that leadership role. You know, it's a good thing to see, because I was like, what have we done here at first? You know, like when we signed him, and that first year I was just like, I'm not having it. I'm just not having it. But this second half of the season, I think he's more vocal. You can see it on the pitch, more vocal with the referees, more vocal in defending our players, you know, on the pitch. And I love it. I'm happy for him. You know, I'm not the type of guy who I can't. You know, some people, when they're hard on a player, they just stay with it because, you know, that's what they started with and they want to not flip flop. But, you know, a player can improve. Like, a player can improve and get better, and you can give them credit for that. That's just not my. It's not my MO to be, you know, be a hater forever. It's not what I do. I just assess.
Yeah, just to put in there though, Luke Shaw's the perfect example of that. I mean, I was proper critical of Luke Shaw and me. Yeah, I thought a couple of years ago the guy was done. Now look at him, the best left back in the country. Yeah, so you're totally spot on, Temi, what you said there, mate. Totally spot on.
Yeah, no, I wanted to pull up a comment I was looking for, and I found it. This right here. Let's just look at this comment right here. Bruno, 27 goals, 17 assists in all competitions this season. I don't care how many penalties he has scored. This is an insane statistic. Like, this is actually an insane statistic. Like, yes, Bruno can frustrate me at times because he does give the ball away a lot. We know he's trying things. Sometimes I think he gives it away too easily, whatever. Cool. But at the end of the day, the raw numbers are frightening. Like, they are truly, truly frightening. I like, it's hard to, I can't imagine how many players in world football can do that. Like, it's tough to say at that number 10 position. I mean, 27 goals and 17 assists. Even if you took away all his penalties, the 17 assist record is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I'll go to Jeff on that, man. What do you think about Bruno Fernandes? I thought he had a decent game today. I didn't think he was, amazing, but it just, again, it's just when you need him means he's there. He's there to contribute.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the same with Pogba. You know, sometimes he doesn't need to score or he doesn't need to get the assist. He just needs to influence the game. Like today, Pogba didn't have a goal or assist, but he was really influential and he was pressing a lot. I was surprised he was pressing a lot. And same with Bruno. Although he was frustrating at times today because he overhits the pass and crosses all wrong. But at first when he came in, he changed the mentality of the team, and secondly, I think he epitomizes the never say die attitude. Like come on, let's go, guys. And he's the first on the referee's face, and I guess that rubbed off Harry really good. So he's a really good influence even without the stats. The stats are like just the proof that he's a really good player, and no one can say otherwise. Like I can't believe people who say he's overrated. He's not overrated at all.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's I don't think he's overrated. I think that to me, I still think Bruno has a lot of growing to do. Like I really believe that. Like people and it's not. He's probably not going to replicate these numbers over time. It will probably,
taper off. Average.
Taper off. But again, there's people that I've heard people say over the past couple of weeks that oh, Bruno's slowed down. I'm like, no, he hasn't. You're not you can't expect the number. You can't expect the number 10 to be scoring like a striker. You can't expect the number 10 to have an assist every game. Like that's not how you should be judging. You shouldn't just be judging players over. Oh, did he score a goal today? Did he have a good game? No, that's not how that works. I think Bruno has been improving his overall performances actually, over the past couple of weeks in terms of, making the right decisions. Him and Pogba feeding off of each other during the games, man. It's a joy to watch, man. Mark says he's the best player in the league. That's an interesting comment there, man. That's an interesting comment. Yes, my good brother here. Preach. I appreciate you, bro. We've been lucky he scored assists with so many. So yeah, no, 100%. He's got us out of that Bruno and Rashford get out of jail free card is we've cashed it in a lot this year. We've cashed it in a lot this year. I want to go back to Rishi Kamal's comment. Cavani 15 goals and 4 assists, man. Man, I was very critical of the Cavani signing. When it first happened, I still believe to this day it was a panic signing. I'm not changing that opinion. Last day of the, he was a free agent. We signed him like 2 hours before the deadline closed. That's a panic signing. But the way he's come in and fought, and he's dealt with injuries. He's been in and out of the side. But the way he's rounding out into form at the perfect time of the season. I mean, this is when you want him healthy. This is when you want him going. Is right at the stretch. The business end is what we call it. You know what I'm saying? The business end of the season. It's exciting to see, man. Andrew, how important is Cavani going to be for us going into this home stretch right here?
So very important. I can see him starting against Leicester on Tuesday because obviously he didn't start the Villa game. In fact, I see the game against Leicester. Most of the team not that played today because he's got to obviously rotate his squad. But in terms of Cavani, the form has been sensational of late. I mean, that goal today, just the movement and just literally just to guide the ball with his head just past the Villa goalkeeper. I mean, it's just basically one of his trademark runs, just to get across the defender, get in the yard of space before just glancing the ball out. And you've got to give credit to Rashford for that cross as well. I mean, just going forward, just manage his game time because obviously we don't want him to pick up another injury and then he misses the important games if the Europa League final. So, and I hope he does stay for next season because, let's say, he's an out-and-out striker. I mean, for Martial, I think he can learn a lot from him, and the likes of Rashford and Greenwood as well. So if he stays another season, I think, and his impact's the same as what he's done so far, I think it could be measured on the same scale as Zlatan when he was with us for a couple of years as well.
Yeah, no, all fair shots. Yeah, if we get this Europa League over the line, hey, Eddie might get into that cult hero status. He really might. He's already trending. He's trending there. He's trending there at a high level. I'll just say that. So major shout outs to our Uruguayan king. That's what I'm gonna call it. You know what I'm saying? Who would you rather have in your team, Cavani or Harry Kane? I mean, Harry Kane. Nah, come on now. That's not. I love Cavani. I love Cavani, but it's Harry Kane.
Cavani doesn't stay, then obviously, and Harry Kane.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we have an emotional attachment to Cavani. Excuse me. Now, there's an emotional attachment there, but if I'm just being Oh, Harry Kane is like, he is different gravy. Like, every time I watch Harry Kane, I'm like, yo, England have potentially the best striker in the world. Like, he is unplayable. He really is. We should have gotten Cavani earlier, maybe after we sold Lukaku. Very fair call. Or after Ibra left. We really need to tie down Pogba and Cavani. 100%. If we could get Cavani for just one more, 1 to 2 more years. I know a lot of people think that, once you hit like 30, you can't play anymore. Not true. Not true at all. There's a lot of players post 30 in world football right now playing at high levels. Modric is still playing at a relatively high level. I know they lost, this past week. There's tons of players who play at that keep that top level for quite a long time, and it looks like Cavani is one of those players. Kane, my bad. Kane, younger experience in the Premier League. Whilst we are in a honeymoon period with Cavani right now, but Harry all day. Yeah, I feel like that's an easy call. Like, let's not get Kane for 150 million, please and thank you. That's funny. What else? What am I missing here? I hope I'm not missing anything. Was there any other injury news? I don't think so. Guys, if you do have questions, yes, thank you, Fred, for this amazing comment, because I completely agree. Masterstroke from Ollie moving Pogba to the left. We look a different team when he plays there alongside Bruno. I think this comment right here is Ollie's best tactical decision he's made as a manager to me. And I'm not exaggerating. Like, I am not exaggerating. Putting Pogba further up the pitch is literally what we've all wanted to see, but we didn't know how we wanted to see it, right? We know Bruno's our 10, right? So Bruno's not deviating from that position. But how do you make Pogba influential further up the pitch without, suffering defensively, as a central midfield player? Playing him on the left, giving him that freedom to kind of cut inside, take players on. It's freed him up, and he's a top left. He's a top class left winger. He is. I'll go to Jeff on this. What are your thoughts on what Ollie did with Pogba, kind of revamping him in a weird way, and making him a forward essentially?
Oh, well, in reality, if you look at the formation, Bruno and Pogba are really just they're free roamers, right? But then again, with how players train and how they get used to a position, Pogba has always been strong from the left, and we've always seen him from the left as a box-to-box or even a deep-lying playmaker. But as you all know, he has those weaknesses that can be taken advantage of when he's deeper back there. But moving up there, wow, that's he's been amazing. And if you noticed in the game earlier, right after Aston Villa scored, we attacked, right. It was Pogba, Luke Shaw, Rashford, and Rashford switched from the right and he went to the left. And you have those three with Bruno as a backup in the middle, and then Greenwood right up top. I mean, man, if we get a few more years like that, that'd be unplayable, man.
Yeah, 100%. Let's get in the comments real quick. Would like to keep Cavani another year, but we're still talking about this. My bad. Pogba on the left has worked well, says Connor Roberts, my guy, and it also gives us an option in games that it's not going well to drop him deeper and get another attacker on. 100%. Mark says it depends on the game. I agree with it today. The other week we moved him back into midfield, and that worked very well a few weeks back. It depends on the team. That's what Pogba needed just to be left free. All fair. 100% agree. Yeah, Stu, who are you agreeing with? But no, yeah, Mark, I see what you're saying. It could be a game-to-game thing, but honestly, if we played him exclusively on the left, it always gives us that ability to have him where we want him to be. I think that having him in that area of the pitch, if we had a heat map and we see where Pogba's operating, now he's operating where we want him to operate. Left-hand side, he's tracking back. Don't forget that he did a lot of defensive work today. Like he
did a lot of press up front too.
A lot of defensive. He pressed well. He cut the fullback off well today. When he's in the center of the park, it's a different beast. Who you're picking up. The players you have to kind of mark. That's why we play Freddie McTominay, is because they have the energy to kind of okay, they're hunters, they're terriers, they're trying to find that. That's not what Pogba really wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's an interesting proposition. How many times has Pogba said he doesn't like defending and isn't much of a tracker? I don't think he said it like that. He said he has said he struggles defensively. I think that's an honest thing to say. I don't think he said I don't like to track back. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he said that. Pogba also allows Luke Shaw to run with the ball 100%. The Pogba and Luke Shaw connection, man. First of all, Luke Shaw. I don't want to overstep. I don't want to overstep, but he might be the best left back in the world right now. He might. He just might be. This man is different gravy. Like he is. I may be overstepping, but man, he is. I really can't. I'm struggling to think of another left back who's playing at that level. Like I really am. Does anyone know how many points we need to guarantee second or fourth? That's a great question. Actually, let's look at the table right now. I'm gonna look. Everyone, make sure. I hope you guys are hitting the like button. We still have over 20 people watching. I'm gonna keep it running. We got a lot of people on the stream today. You know what I'm feeling? I feel loved. You know what I'm saying? I'm back on the stream. We got tons of people on. It feels great to be back, man. It really does. I've just been busy as hell, and it doesn't seem like I'm gonna get any less busy.
I think if West Ham loses or draws, I think we get fourth at least.
Okay. Guaranteed. Okay. Oh yeah. You're right about that. You're right. I did see that.
Yeah.
So we have a game in hand on everyone in the top 5, and we have 70 points. Chelsea are 6 points behind us. So we have a game in hand on them. So let's just say we beat Leicester. That almost guarantees us second. I think we need one more win though, right? I think we need.
I think we need at least 4 points.
Yeah.
Or second, and then no one can catch us.
Yep.
Win against the fourth place is the top 4 finish is secured. Yeah,
100%. 1 point for top 4. But I do want that second. I want that second spot, man. That's a thing. You can say, oh yeah, we get top 4 in the Champions League. No, that second spot is a distinct, like we went from third to second. Like that's like it seems like it's not a big deal. Like we're in the same spot, we're going to be in Champions League, we didn't win a title. No, I think that's a really important thing. I think Sir Alex, how many times did Sir Alex get like third? Not a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like it was first and seconds, man. Like this, like I don't. Yeah, Sir Alex Ferguson never got below third place ever.
I think was it once or twice?
In the Premier League, right? In the Premier League, I should say.
I remember us finishing third once season.
Yeah.
But that was it. That's all I can remember. I think it was only once.
Yeah. We were spoiled. I was spoiled. I was spoiled as a kid, man. I don't even remember. I didn't remember what. I don't even. It's sad to think about. Let's not go there. I'll get depressed.
Can I just jump in with something? Because I've just got.
Go ahead, buddy.
I just got on his. I got a quote from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer about Harry Maguire's injury. If I just get it up right quick. Ole was asked, could the problem rule Maguire out for the season, including the Europa League final against Villarreal on the 26th of May? Hopefully that final will be okay with Harry, said the boss. I don't know. We need to check it. It might be a few weeks or a month. We don't know. It was a calf or lower leg. I think the player landed on him and twisted something. That's the quote from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah, that was El Ghazi.
Let's unpack that. Let's unpack that really quick. That is humongous news. First of all, like I said, when he first went, Harry Maguire doesn't. He's a strong guy. He doesn't flop or dive or fake like he's hurt. It's not in his character. So for him to go down at any point is concerning. You know what I'm saying? A month, man. That would be a big loss, man. I said I've been hard on him, but the way he's been playing over the past month and a half, 2 months, man. Or actually, I take that back. Since the turn of the new year, he's been pretty damn good. He's been pretty damn good. So I'll go around the horn. We'll be quick about this. Andrew, what are your thoughts on Harry Maguire potentially being out for the season?
I hope it's not the case, but it just felt so innocuous. The challenge by the Villa player, but it must be like I say, proper injury to force him off. I mean, like last season, he had like painkiller injections because he had that issue with his hip. So for 2 months he was playing with their pain injection. So I don't know whether they might be able to do something like this now just to try and get him through to the end of the season. But let's say I hope it's not the worst case scenario. But I say we do have Eric Boyd to step in, so and their partner Lindelof. So, but I say it will be definitely not playing against Leicester. So we'll just have to see the Liverpool game whether he might make it back. Just who knows?
No, that's fair. That's fair. Benny, what are your thoughts on this, bro? That's some big news right there. Captain of Manchester United. It looks like he's out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I just thought I'd just chuck that quote in while I was waiting there, mate. I thought it was a very important quote to chuck in from Solskjaer there. I hope it's not, as I said before, I hope it's not as serious as it looks. Is it one of them impact injuries that could be shrugged off in a week or after a few days rest? The one thing you can't deny Harry Maguire is he wants to play in that final, and if he will do everything in his power to be fit. He's a strong guy. He's a strong lad. And if, as Andrew suggested, maybe a painkiller injection or something to get him through. But if not, it's going to be a big blow, mate. A big blow. But you just never know with injuries. It depends. Everybody's body heals at different rates to everybody else. If I'm not sure if Harry's a rapid healer or it takes some time to get over injuries. But we're just going to have to play the waiting game, I think, especially with Solskjaer's quotes there. I think it's going to be the waiting game.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what his injury history was pre-United. Like, was he like? I don't think he was an. I think he's
been very rarely injured. I agree with Leicester, Hull, and England. So
yeah, he played. At the lower levels, he played pretty much every game. Leicester, I can't remember him ever being out for any extended period of time. So his injury record is impeccable. So is that a positive for us to say maybe he can come back quickly from injuries too, or is it? Oh, when he gets injured, it's a challenge. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. He is that might be his best quality is he's durable. But it would be interesting. It would be interesting to see. Guys, we still have 25. We still have a lot of people watching. Guys, get in the comments real quick. Ask some questions, man. I'm not. I don't want to say I'm shocked, but we have a lot of people on here. Right? A lot of people with us right now. Everyone, make sure to hit that like button for us. How many likes are we on? Let me know, people, in the comments real quick. We are. How many likes are we on? Let me see. Oh, we gotta get way more likes, people. We gotta get way more likes. We gotta get. Imagine if the other center backs get injured and Phil Jones returns to play them. God forbid.
Imagine we scored the winner though.
Well, you know what? I've forgiven for the past 3 years of ineptitude and just uselessness. Essentially. There's a stat I want to pull up real quick. Let me get it. Because it's a very impressive stat. And this helps the Alien crew, It's about our away record currently, which is impeccable. I'm gonna get the number right really quickly. Where is it at? We are unbeaten in our last 25 away games in the league. That is an amazing record.
We're only 2 away from matching the Arsenal invincible record of unbeaten away wins. So but just shows you how good that we've been away from home this season.
Yeah, it's unreal. It's unreal. I cannot believe it. I can't believe that 25 away. That's something. That's really something right there. What are your thoughts? I'll go to Andrew. What are your thoughts on that, bro?
Just amazing. Our away form this season is just it's what's got us to the success we have, including in the Europa League as well. To be on the verge of equaling Arsenal's record of 27 away games unbeaten is just incredible. I think we've only got. I'm sure it's only one more away game left this season, so it'll have to. If we beat, I think it's Wolves away on the last day of the season, which should be we make it. If we do win, make it 26. So we'll have to go into next season to see if we can carry on that away form. But the way we played it away from home, I just need to replicate that more at home. All 4 defeats this season have come at home. So, and 3 of those defeats came in the first first part of the season, if I remember. So, I mean, the run we've been on is just, as I said, just been incredible.
Yeah, no, Benny, what are your thoughts on that on beating? I mean, and a lot of those, have been comebacks too. Like a lot of them. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
It's amazing, mate. It's just, as I said before, it just shows that never say die attitude that's come into this team since Ollie has took charge. Some may point to it. Is it the lack of fans in the stadium that is suited us away from home? There's not that. Some stadiums you go to, there's that intimidating atmospheres that you come across. As that helps a little bit away from home. I just think it's a testament to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, really, and his management. Just the way that he's brought that never say die attitude in, and it's good to see a team go away from home, getting the points, getting the victories. We've had it over the past since Alex retired, where we've been away from home. We've been very, very lethargic, very, very sort of scared to play, in a way, especially with Mourinho, everything was defense. It was like, and I just before you move on, I just want to point out another stat that I've just found. If I could just unlock my phone. This is from ESPN FC. It took Cristiano Ronaldo 112 matches to score his first 25 Premier League goals for Man United. Bruno Fernandes has done it in 48 games. All right, totally different positions, and totally different players, but just goes to show how Bruno Fernandes has really, really hit the ground running since he's come in for Manchester United. Absolutely unreal.
Yeah, no, it's all fair points. That's a crazy stat. Crazy stat. Let's get everyone, make sure to hit the like button for us. If you're on Facebook, go to youtube.com/allforunited. Support the team by hitting that like button for us. It helps, it helps other people, get to see this content. You know what I'm saying? The algorithm, as they call it. You know what I'm saying? It helps the algorithm. You feel me? So make sure to hit that like button. You feel me? Yeah, let's get in these comments. Cavani has equaled United's most Premier League goals from the bench. Really? Wow, 5. Really? Wow. That's impressive. I did not know that. Behind Chicharito, one of my favorite players. I used to just love Chicharito as growing up, man. And Ollie, what a player. Ollie was a fantastic player. Doesn't get enough credit for that. Because he was top class as a player. Let's see. No fans has made it different this year. I don't think away form will be quite as good next season. I hope it is, but I don't think it will be. Yeah, no, probably no. I mean, the stats will tell you, logic will tell you we're not going to go 25 unbeaten again next season. Like that's not going to happen, right? But can we be formidable away from home again? Yes, we can make that a thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not an impossible feat. Do I think the fans have had an influence on it? Maybe, but you can make the same argument for every other team, right? You could, every other team is in the same predicament as us, right? And they're not 25. They don't have 25 games on the bounce unbeaten away. So I take the point, but at the same time, it's not like we're the only ones who are going into stadiums and there's no fans. Everyone has that situation. So yeah, it's interesting.
You can fit that as well again, though, because Manchester United's away following is unreal. It's better than the home following. The away following is probably the best away following in the league. So, the away fans get behind the team, and it's a raucous atmosphere. It is always banging when you go away from home. So, when you travel with fellow Reds to wherever it may be, so you can't discount that as well. With United, Cavani loved playing. Everybody's going about Cavani going, he loved playing in front of Old Trafford. He'd love playing in front of our away following. Never mind Old Trafford.
Could you imagine? Oh man, I miss watching games and hearing fans. I miss that so much. I can't. My goal next year is to be in Old Trafford next season for the first time. I'm working towards it. I can't wait. I'm trying to get that done. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in that atmosphere. At least for the first time. I'm gonna be there multiple times at some point in my life, but I need to get there the first time. You know what I'm saying? But the atmosphere of the fans, could you just imagine Eddie doing his little arrow thing with the fans would love that thing, man. They would eat that up. Yeah, they would eat that up. Let's see. Fans will. We're not going to. Would love to see Cavani in front of a full Old Trafford, 100%. I think he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if he didn't come back, right? And he doesn't get that like appreciation from the fans, because I don't think there's one Manchester United fan that has a negative thing to say about Edinson Cavani. We all appreciate him. We're all surprised by him. Let's be honest, we are. We're kind of surprised by the way the passion. You know, we shouldn't have been. We really shouldn't have been. If you watch Cavani over the years, if you're a football fan in general, like he's a very he really hasn't changed. He's the same energy levels, the same passion. You know, he's been that player his whole career, and that's why he's one of the greatest strikers of this era. I mean, of this decade. So, got to give him his flowers. You never forget your first time, Temi. I know. I will. I can't wait, man. I will book you a fight, Temi, and you can watch with us, man. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get to England in August. You know, I haven't been back. I haven't been in England since I was officially since I was 12. So I gotta get back. You feel me? And then just making a trip for an Old Trafford trip. You know what I'm saying? I've been following his career since Napoli. Exactly, he was absolutely lethal at Napoli. Then PSG, he went on to become even greater. He will be staying another season. Will be announced in the coming days. Mark, Mr. Intel, hey, I hope you're right, my brother. Well, let's see if there isn't any too many other comments, man. I'm going to sign off real quick. We still have tons of people watching. Still have tons of people watching. Guys, hit that like button for me then. If y'all want to watch with us, fuck with me. Oh, excuse my language. Rock with me. Go to youtube.com/all-for-united. You feel me? Hit that like button for your boy. Hit that like button for my guy Andrew. Great commentary today. Benny, great commentary today. Jeff, always great commentary. You feel me? So just rock with us, man. Hit that like button for us. It helps out the channel a lot. I got to drink the rest of this water, man. I'm hurt. You guys would have never known it, man. But I am, man. I had a night. So
sounds like Joe, right? Oh,
yeah,
Yeah,
y'all gotta just rock with me. But anyway, I'm gonna sign off. We're gonna sign off for this stream. Guys, we're coming up on the hour. Appreciate the time as always, guys. My contributors, I appreciate you guys so much. Always coming with the good, unbiased, just real talk, and I love that. I love that about All For United. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, yep, like my guy Mark just said, like and subscribe. Get us to 50 likes. Why not tell your friends about this and get us to 50 likes on this stream? You know what I'm saying? We can do it, and we've done it before. So show us some love. Show us some love real quick. But guys, like I said, I will see y'all very, very soon. Deuces.